A local choir is celebrating a century of song. The Winnipeg Boys Choir is marking its 100th anniversary with a special concert. And joining us now to tell us more is the Winnipeg Boys Choir, Carolyn Boyes. Good morning, Carolyn.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. 100 years?
I know, especially in the last few weeks, it's been, it's the realization of the milestone is becoming more pronounced as we gear up to our big concert.
Which is happening on Sunday.
Yep.
So before we get to the concert, tell us a little bit about the history of the choir, how it all began, and where it's at historically in terms of other choirs in this country.
Oh, I believe we're the oldest independent boys choir in the country. So there may be some other boys choirs that are affiliated with churches. I'm not even sure of that, but we think there may be. But in terms of an independent, freestanding community choir just for boys and young men, we are Canada's oldest. And in terms of the history in our city, I think we are one of only a couple of boys choirs, and one that certainly strives to serve the community and gather up boys from all over the city and even rural communities in terms of our current enrollment in the choir.
That's incredible. So for boys joining the choir, what does it bring to their lives?
We're hearing over and over, as I'm having the chance these last few weeks, and this week in particular, talking to alumni, that lifelong friendships is a key.
Nice.
You know, connecting with people who are like-minded, having instilled in these boys a lifelong love of music. So a lot of our alumni choose to sing in choirs for the rest of their lives, or it's the starting point where they learn they love music and perhaps an instrument is what they're going to pursue, or lots of boys in rock bands, you know, but with friends that they met in boys choir, and then they continue to make music. So I think lifelong friendships, a standard of excellence in musicianship that informs the rest of their life's decisions, pride, you know, growing up in a nurturing environment.
Do you feel that it's also boosting their self-confidence, perhaps?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Because in a choir, it is very true that you have the comfort and support of an ensemble.
Yeah.
So that's a safe way to learn and place to be, but you also know that you are, as an individual, are very important. So that's empowering too. Like, everyone does well based on everyone being there and supporting one another. So
that is so neat. Okay, so 100 years you're celebrating with a special concert on Sunday, and you're not just bringing the boys that are currently members of the choir, you're bringing some of the alumni as well. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Yeah, just like at Christmas, we are inviting alumni, and some of these gentlemen are starting to feel like friends. We think we have over 30 alumni singers at this concert, and they would range in age from early 20s, perhaps they just finished their time with the choir, to late 80s.
Wow.
And there are 30 of them. I think we have singers represented probably from the 40s, for sure the 40s and 60s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
So that's what you mean when you've been collecting some of their stories along the way, and some of the incredible journeys they've had since then. How can people take part in this show? How do they get hands on their tickets?
They can buy tickets at the door on Sunday, May 4th. Don't feel that if you show up there won't be tickets.
Okay.
I hope it's sold out, but I have a feeling that there will be tickets at the door on Sunday. They can also go to Eventbrite. Okay. And they could go to our website, winnipegboyschoir.ca, to inquire there, I think, as well, to get tickets.
And where is it?
It's at Crescent Fort Rouge United Church, also known as Crescent Art Center. Yeah. Our relationship started with them over 25 years ago as the church, so we still call it.
We're almost out of time. What are they going to expect from the show?
Over 100 singers at times on the stage. Some of our mums from the past are joining us. Pipe, organ, violin, 6-year-old singers, 80-plus-year-old singers, joy, some very patriotic music.
All right, well, sounds perfect.